thinking a little bit about KPMG US, how, and also this role of the CDO is one that is quite varied. You see very different organization structures, very different scopes of responsibility, very different mandates. And maybe you could share a little bit about at KPMG how you've defined the role, how you see the scope of responsibility, and also in a way how you've organized the team to respond to those challenges.
Great. So at KPMG, we have 3 business lines: audit, advisory, and tax. And so there are folks in each of those business lines, close to the heat of the market, that are, working with our clients to deliver value, through data, for example. My role as the U.S. firm Chief Data Officer is I'm focused on what we call the foundational data assets. What are those things you want to build once at the center, build to scale, run efficiently, run with transparency, so that the folks that are, again, close to the heat of the market can take advantage of them as they're developing their solutions. So some examples of the foundational data assets, I always start with our business data glossary. We really need one of those, and it needs to be, fully populated with the data of the firm. Master data management. Let's master the data once here at the center. Let's create that golden record, that source of truth, and then send it back out, to the federated teams that need that data. Same thing with the enterprise data lake. We don't need many enterprise data lakes, but let's have one that, and one of the things my team can do is we'll have centralized operations for these assets. So there's a small group of folks that are efficiently and effectively making sure the right data is available every Monday morning at 8 a.m. when you walk in the door, for example. So we want to take some of that finding, mining, and reconciling of the data off the plates of the folks that are serving our clients. Let's do that at the center, do it efficiently, do it at scale, so that they can then leverage that data for value and insights for our clients.
So yeah, so it's about creating that efficiency at the center, yes, that can be then leveraged really in a very local or very specific way in KPMG's case, really to serve the client.
That's right. That's right.
So sometimes I feel like these can be a little theoretical. So maybe if you could make it practical for folks. Like, is there maybe a specific example of a project or challenge that you've implemented, whether it's at Freddie or at KPMG, that really brings home this idea of central versus local control over data, and where there's value in doing things at the center versus doing them in the business unit?
Yeah, so I will actually share with you some of our early use cases around the enterprise data lake here at KPMG. So we buy third-party data from quite a few different vendors that are used in providing services to our clients, and as well as used to run the firm internally. And so, I'm buying data. Anthony, do you know what I'm buying, and do you know where to go get it if you need it? So what we did is we've actually taken a lot of those third-party data sets, we've loaded them into our metadata tool. So now they're exposed, so you can see what we are buying, what it means, how to access it, what are the contractual, either restrictions or uses of that data. So now it's very transparent. But we've also ingested some of that data into the data lake. So now you know where to go get it. You know who to call to get access to it. You know who to call if you have a question about it. Well, I don't understand what this means. We're also managing the data quality around that. So as we're bringing in, daily feeds of this data, we've actually put in place centralized data quality controls, so we can actually proactively detect when things don't look right. So again, instead of 42 people around the firm that are all using the same data set, all saying, oh my gosh, the data doesn't look right, we'll do it for you at the center. We'll email out and in the morning say, hey, doesn't look right. Last night's feed doesn't look right. We're investigating it. Stay tuned. We'll let you know when we understand what's going on. So again, it's creating those centralized operations and efficiency, and also accountability to make sure somebody is actually looking to make sure, did the data arrive? Does it meet my quality thresholds, etc. And then again, it gives the folks that are out in our businesses serving our clients, they don't have to worry about those things because we're taking care of it for them. So those are some of our early use cases around our data lake, was bringing in those third-party data sets and making them available easier, faster, with more certainty to our staff.
Yeah, no, that's fascinating. And I suspect that many people watching this have third-party data,
Mhm.
and they think about that as a, so do you marry that third-party data up with data that the firm actually generates itself or collects? I mean, how do you think about mashing this up? Like think of a mashup of data.
Yeah, so some of that third-party data actually is used in how we run the firm every day, and it is being integrated with what we call our business operations data, which is, again, the data we use to run KPMG. So we have some internal dashboards that might be bringing in third-party data about what's happening in the market with, our own experience with what we see happening in our business to create an insight for management. We also use that third-party data with client data in our development of solutions for our clients.